husband, Jeff.
How's it going?
And we are so happy to have you here and joining us in our awesome group. We love you guys so much.
Yep.
And we're going to kick off another awesome Bible study.
Ooh, let's do it.
Okay. This one is a little bit longer, so you'll have to bear with me as I read. But I do want to read the whole thing just so that way you have a full understanding of what's going on in the story. We are going into Luke chapter 8. We're going to be going through verses 26 through 39.
So it's a little bit bigger one, so sit tight, grab your Bible, grab some popcorn, get some Jesus.
Grab some popcorn, get some Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so we're going to start with the first 3 verses, so 26 through 28. Then they sailed to the country of Gerasenes, which is opposite Galilee. And when he came out onto the land, he was met by a man from the city who was possessed with demons, and who had not put on any clothing for a long time, and was not living in a house, but in the tombs. Seeing Jesus, he cried out and fell before him and said in a loud voice, "What business do we have with each other, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I beg you, do not torment me."
The demon instantly recognized Jesus.
Instantly.
Like, boom, there it is. Even if he was running at him from afar, he got to the second that he fell to his knees, there it is.
Yes.
Recognized him as the highest authority.
Yes.
So he saw him, and he was like, well, I know that I have no power over him. Jesus has all the power over me. And I mean, it happened instantly. There was no question about it. There was no, let me see what I can get away with here. There was no, struggling. It was instant, it's over. This is Jesus.
I mean, that shows the power that Jesus does have over all of these demons.
Absolutely.
So they are completely powerless.
Yes, they are completely powerless against Jesus Christ. And I just want to say that I think one of the biggest, things that the devil has done is convince people that demons aren't real.
Yes.
To convince them that it doesn't exist, doesn't happen. It happened many times in the Bible. Jesus got rid of a lot of demons and rebuked a lot of evil. But for some reason, so many people today are like, no, it doesn't exist.
Right. And what a better way to manipulate.
Yeah, and I hate to bust the bubble, but it did.
Yes.
And so we have to make sure that we are good with Jesus because he has authority over all.
Exactly.
He has the authority, and he shows us the way. And so we have to make sure that we just don't stand there with our own, think, oh, we can handle this. No, you need Jesus to handle this situation.
Exactly. And clearly this man was incapable. He had no power over these things.
And no one in the area had any power over it. No one could help him. All they could do was put him in a cave.
Right.
That's it. Put him in a tomb and call it a day.
Right.
Lock him up, and that's like, we don't know what to do with you because we can't handle you. We don't have the power. Man doesn't have the power. But you know who does?
Jesus.
Guess who? Oh, you're supposed to guess who?
Oh, sorry. Guess who?
Too late now.
Oh, Jesus. But that's the point, is that Jesus has all of the power.
Yep.
And if we just go to him, he will take care of us, which we're about to get to. So,
let's go.
Let's go. So now we're going to do the next 2 verses, 29 through 30.
Here we go.
For he had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man, for it had seized him many times, and he was bound with chains and shackles and kept under guard, and yet he would break his bonds and be driven by the demon into the desert. And Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" And he said, "Legion," for many demons had entered into him.
All right, so just get this for a second. A legion in the Roman army was between 4,000 to 6,000. I've also heard 3,000 to 6,000, but just, it's a lot.
But thousands.
It is a lot, right? So it wasn't saying, oh, there's like one. It was saying, oh, there's a lot of us here.
A lot.
A bunch of us are here right now, and we're all tormenting this man, and that's how it was. There wasn't just one, this one. No, there was a bunch. There was a lot, and it kept grabbing him, and they didn't know what to do, and he kept busting himself free.
Well, I mean, and we really got to think about this, right? So it says that he was shackled and kept under guard in the tombs,
right?
Kept
escaping.
But the demons kept making him escape, and he'd run out into the desert to continue to torment him, and so the people would go and they'd get him and they'd bring him back.
Yeah.
It was like a routine.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. It was a daily thing, right? Now, we all have that neighbor who's a little crazy, right? And so this was their variation of that, but 10 times worse, because this was demonic possession. Not every crazy neighbor you have is demonically possessed, although they may seem like it sometimes.
So there are so many demons inside this guy. This poor man, my goodness.
Being tormented, you know what I mean? And no one had any power to help him, and the only one that could set him free just showed up on shore.
Right.
Just there he is, boom, and he was the only one that could set him free. Everyone else, I don't know, shackle them up, put them in the hole again. I don't know what to tell you.
Put them away.
Don't let them interrupt our daily lives. We know who to blame for bad stuff, and we know we don't like him, so we have a universal, tribe that dislikes this dude, and that's what we know. We can't help him, so we'll just lock him up again.
Now we're getting there. We're getting there. So bear with me. So now we're going into verses 31 through 33.
Do you want to give him a second to get more popcorn?
Get more popcorn? Okay. All right. So 31. They were imploring him not to command them to go away into the abyss. Now there was a herd of many swine feeding there on the mountain, and the demons implored him to permit them to enter the swine. And he gave them permission. And the demons came out of the man and entered the swine, and the herd rushed down the steep bank into the lake and was drowned.
So when Jesus is present, when Jesus is present, demons have no power.
Yeah.
Can't do a thing. They had to beg to not be cast into the abyss because they thought, oh, maybe this is the final judgment. This is the second coming. This is my time to just finally get tossed into the abyss for eternity. But that wasn't the case. He wasn't here for that.
Right.
So he saw him and he was like, well, he's listening to him beg. And so the demons are freaking out, but they can't do anything.
Yes.
Powerless. They're just freaking, but they can't do a single thing. They have to just sit there and they can't do anything.
Until he says to them.
He says, yeah, go into the pigs. So then what happens when all of them leave the man who is other than being harmed by being tormented, is unharmed in the exiting of thousands of demons.
Which is crazy.
Yes.
Because normally the people are harmed.
Yep.
If a demon leaves them. But this man was unharmed.
He was unharmed. And that's thanks to Jesus. And so they leave, they go into the pigs, and what do the pigs do?
They do what demons do best.
They freak out.
Havoc and destruction and chaos, and it ended in death.
Yep, exactly right.
That's what they do.
Yep.
Even after being given the gift of, hey, I won't cast you into the abyss, they still found a way to cause destruction.
After he was like, I'm not going to send you, to the eternal abyss right now today. Go into the pigs, and you know what they did? They went into the water and then drowned in an eternal abyss. At least in a right now abyss of water. So
we consider it an abyss.
Not smart, not good. Nothing good comes from demons. And apparently, in pig form, they can't swim. Remember this. So never forget.
At least they couldn't swim.
Yeah, but it's just absurd because it's like. Okay, yeah, he said go into the pigs, and what do? You cause a stir, you freak out, and you cause 2,000 pigs to run down the hill and die. That's what they're trying to do. They're here to cause mayhem, destruction, chaos, and inevitably death.
Yes, that is their job. That is
the devil and his demons at work every day. Mm-hmm. And although so many people are like, oh, no, I'm sorry to tell you, they're real, they exist, they're out there. Yeah,
and if you have Jesus in your court, though,
you're okay.
They can't do nothing.
If you don't, though, you're this man who has to get locked into a tomb, shackled, and break free, and suffer, and no one knows what to do, and no one can help you, and you just get tormented.
It's terrible.
Yep.
Okay, so now we're going into, it's going to be a short one, 34.
Ooh, here we go. 34. Wow, no popcorn for you guys.
So when the herdsmen saw what had happened, they ran away and reported it in the city and out in the country.
Okay, so let's just stop for a second. And really think about what this man saw.
Yeah, for real.
This man has worked, my guess, his whole life to get those 2,000 pigs.
Yeah.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into gaining those 2,000 pigs.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
A lot of sacrifice, a lot of time. And here comes a boat, and it stops. And then, the town crazy person comes running out. Like, oh, this guy's gonna get him, whatever it is, falls to his knees. You see them talking, and all of a sudden your pigs go insane. They're squealing, they're running around, they're causing a mess. Like, what is happening? And then they all run off, and you're trying to grab them, like, what's going on to stop them? 2,000 pigs run off the cliff and go into the water.
I'd say I'd be a little concerned. What just happened?
You just be like, what? So then you look at this guy, like, what? And you look at your pigs, like, what? And now the crazy guy's not acting crazy anymore, and you're like, what? So yeah, you got a story to tell.
Yeah.
And he went and told the townspeople.
Oh yeah, he was gonna make sure, go get some more people.
Yeah, go get some more people.
Witnesses to what
happened. Exactly. Maybe he thought I'm going crazy now.
Yeah.
Did I never have 2,000 pigs?
Was this all a dream?
Was it? Oh yeah. But he did, and of course there was a lot of monetary value, and that's I think sometimes what we lose with priorities. Absolutely. But we'll get to that as we go.
Yes. So now we're going to wrap it up. So this is the longest part, so bear with me. This is verses 35 through 39.
Yep.
The people went out to see what had happened, and they came to Jesus and found the man from whom the demons had gone out, sitting down at the feet of Jesus, clothed and in his right mind, and they became frightened. Those who had seen it reported to them how the man who was demon-possessed had been made well, and all the people of the country of Gerasenes and the surrounding district asked him to leave them, for they were gripped with great fear. And he got into the boat and he returned. But the man from whom the demons had gone out was begging him that he might accompany him. But he sent him away, saying, "Return to your house and describe what great things God has done for you." So he went away, proclaiming throughout the whole city what great things Jesus had done for him.
So the townspeople were afraid
Yes.
of what they saw.
Yes.
Like, so you look at it from just the perspective of the man with 2,000 pigs, he just saw some stuff that he doesn't know how to explain.
Yes.
He's like, this is crazy. You know, and so he's scared. He goes out, and then the whole town is scared because they're hearing the story. Like, what are you talking about? Then they show up, cutting himself, attacking people, going after everyone, running into the desert for however long is good. Yeah. Standing there normally, and then what a shakeup of your everyday life, especially in these towns and countries where, you know, it gets so monotonous and it's repetitive, not a lot of new stuff. When something like this happens, it's big, and it spreads fast, and the news goes fast and very far. And, you know, kind of like a game of telephone, it starts here, but it ends over here. It's never the same at the end.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like the further it goes, people are getting scared, they're hearing weird stories, they don't know the truth, they don't see the light, they don't know what actually happened, and it's that misunderstanding, that misinterpretation of what happened.
Yeah.
That causes so much fear.
Exactly. And I mean, you could unpack so many things out of
there
this
is
story.
a lot.
There
yes,
is a lot.
There is
but
a
we're
lot.
just kind of scratching the surface here. But I mean, if you think about, you know, what you said, the people came, and if you even just look at it from the herdsman's perspective, right?
Yep.
This guy shows up, and now all of a sudden, your whole herd is dead.
Yeah, all your money, your livelihood.
But one man's life was saved.
Yep.
And I think that's the key thing, is that they were so blinded by their own material value that they weren't willing to acknowledge the miracle that had taken place in front of them.
Yep.
And so because of that, they pushed him away, you know, and just by blindly just assuming that this guy must be evil and all of this stuff just happened, and just totally ignoring the fact that this man that they had clearly seen be so tormented was now well.
Yep.
They just totally neglected that fact.
Yep.
And just became, you know, consumed by their own fear, and then told their Savior to leave. Like they missed an opportunity to sit with Jesus, to have him in their presence, to learn from him. They pushed him away because they just were blinded by their own fear.
But it's like everyone wants good things to happen in their life, but no one wants to pay a high cost for it. No one wants to sacrifice any large amount for something good.
Yes.
Right? They just want good things.
Right.
They don't want to have to be like, oh, we have to. And so that man sacrificed, you know, not by his own choice, but 2,000 pigs. But now you don't have a man's soul being tortured by thousands and thousands of demons. That's although number wise not good, much better.
Value.
You know, value wise is better. So if you just look at the numbers, you're like, well, that doesn't add up. But the value that people have, we're worth more than birds and pigs. We are made in God's image. We are worth more than that. So it's, of course we're supposed to take care of the planet and the animals, but at the same time, we are worth more. So those 2,000 pigs, it was fine. And that is something that was sacrificed so that this man wouldn't be tortured anymore. And I feel like today, I want to say that so many people would make that sacrifice. And, hey man, this man is being tortured by many, 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 many demons. I can't even fathom the pain and suffering he is in. Would you sacrifice this? They'd be like, dude,
yeah.
Really? You think so? I don't know. Let me think on that.
Right.
Let me try to find someone else that will sacrifice that for you, because I want good stuff, but not at a cost.
Right.
Yeah.
So here's where we start getting into, and again, we're just scratching the surface of this. Please know that there is a lot more to this story.
Yes.
But you know, we're going to talk a little bit about how this whole entire story can apply to your own life in just one of the ways it can apply. So when Jesus enters your life, drastic changes can occur. And sometimes great sacrifices can occur. But we can all agree it's for the best. It's for saving a life. Maybe it's saving your life.
Exactly.
You never know. So it's good to keep that in mind and not... So here, I have a question for you. Have you ever experienced something that seemed like it was terrifying or seemed like it was going to lead down just the worst, terrible road it could possibly go? But in those moments, did you miss a miracle that may have happened? Did you miss the good that happened in that moment?
Yep.
Because God works in beautifully mysterious ways, and He makes miracles happen when you least expect it. So make sure that you're vigilant and you understand and you take the time to appreciate what good may have come from those things.
Yeah.
And don't just push away God because in that moment you're afraid of what could be or what may come, you know?
Or like, or what? Well, he had to sacrifice that for him. What do I have to sacrifice for someone else now?
Right.
Well, I don't want to sacrifice it. So now I'm scared. Now, if Jesus made this man sacrifice 2,000 pigs, what do I have to sacrifice to help someone else?
Right.
No, get him out of here. Get him out of our town before he shakes up the monotony anymore. You know,
exactly.
We like it the way it is. You know?
Before he starts changing my life. You know,
I
don't want to change my life.
I like it the way it is. This is my plan. I have it set. You know, that's not how it's supposed to be.
Right. So the key thing is to not push away Jesus. Don't push away God because you are afraid. You have to trust in Him, rely on Him, and know that He's got everything in His control.
Yep, absolutely.
So
we thank you for joining us on this awesome Bible study. I know we always have a lot of fun with these. We get to sit down, get to converse and have fun, and in the group we really like to have a lot of fun.
We didn't do a question this week.
I was thinking about that halfway through.
Oh, we're terrible.
I didn't want to say anything. I know.
Yes. We know. I'm
know.
sorry.
We're slipping.
Okay. We are gonna have a quiz coming up this week. So we're gonna use this moment, rewind. Hey, we're gonna have a quiz coming up this week. And we encourage you, please participate. Post your comments, your answers below. Let's support each other, help each other out in answering these questions. And then next week, the answer will be revealed in the Bible study, and we will be giving shout outs to all the awesome people who participated.
Yes. And whoever is watching this in the watch party on the page, make sure you go to the group, check it out. We have a lot of fun in the group. We like to, like I said, do these questionnaires, do these things, do shout outs. It's a fun time. We all get to go there. We all have a common thing, that's God and that's Jesus. We get to have a lot of fun. So make sure you, if you're already there, make sure you go there and check it out, guys. We thank you so much for watching. It has been a pleasure. I hope you all have a great rest of the day, and we will see you this Sunday for the Lord's Day.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Have a blessed one.
Have a blessed one, everybody.